They said it wouldn't last. Hey fam, it's your girl Miss Diva Trucker, and I'm coming to you tonight because I got a chance to stop early. I got up early at 6 o'clock this morning, and so I drove to 6 o'clock this afternoon. So I'm done for the day, and hopefully I'm gonna get me a good night's sleep, and then I'll be able to get up again in the morning and continue on up to Pennsylvania. But I did want to come and talk to you all tonight about the hours of service being suspended. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what that means for us as drivers. I haven't really seen like a change as far as real heavy traffic for trucks or whatever. We're just kind of running the same. I mean, we're running like normal life. I really don't even know. Today I made a conscious decision not to even like look at any kind of news or whatever the case may be. So I mean, but if you don't look at the news and things like that, you would just think that it is a normal, like a normal time of driving. So there's nothing, different going on at the truck stops. There's nothing. We just going to pick up our loads just as usual. Going to deliver our loads as usual. They did come out and say that the hours of service was suspended until like April the 12th, I believe. And but it's not suspended for everybody. Okay, we still have to use proper judgment on with fatigue and all that kind of stuff. And the good thing, y'all, if we can show that we have less incidents when we're not under the hours of service, that could be an argument of we really don't need it that much. But it is for essential personnel, such as medical supplies, food. They did list food, okay, but they didn't say what kind of food. They didn't say Pop-Tarts. They didn't say, pizzas. They didn't say none of that. They just put food in there. So if you're under, I guess, refrigerated, but it's kind of like a judgment call. At the end of the day, y'all, we're not going to be, as drivers, we're not going to be trying to kill ourselves to try to bring y'all no toilet tissue, okay? You can get that out your head. Ain't nobody out here trying to be breaking our necks trying to bring y'all back some toilet tissue that you had no business taking all of it in the first place. And I still, for the life of me, can't figure out why it is y'all took the toilet paper. Well, I don't know. I really can't figure that out. But sanitizers and the sanitizers and everything. And at first it started to be, listen y'all, first it started to be like cleaning supplies, right? So it was like the Lysol and sanitizers and wipes and stuff like that. Now y'all just like got just ridiculous. All the food is gone. Like some places in Walmarts and grocery shopping and all that kind of stuff, y'all done took the chicken, the beans, everything is gone, and it really just doesn't make any sense. But like I said, we are doing our best to get all those things replaced for you in the store. Now we're not gonna keep doing this. Y'all gonna have to stop now. But it is an opportunity out here for drivers as well. Especially, you should see an increase in your miles, maybe an increase. Hopefully, we're gonna try to see an increase in rates. Drivers, don't be moving that toilet tissue for the same. Listen, the toilet paper sales went up 73%, okay, in the last week. So since toilet paper sales went up 73% in the last week, we need to get an increase as well for hauling it for y'all to get it back to the store, okay? Everybody touch and agree? Yeah, we don't need some more money to be moving this stuff. But rates, you should see rates increase a little bit. I'm seeing some lows. I posted a load on my Instagram and Facebook that it was $10,000, and it was only going 988 miles. It was going from Auburn, Indiana to Laredo, Texas, and it was medical supplies. but it needed a team to be on it, and also you had to do a background check. So and it was by the FMCSA. It was a medical load by the FMCSA. So let me see. Hold on, so I get my glasses and read. Let me see what you say now. Uh, I was today while my distributor, no one wore face. No, we're not wearing face masks. And one thing that we can do, y'all, is to lower our exposure. One thing that, because we don't hardly talk to people anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can get our fuel, and how how exec says medical marijuana, they want that there quick. But one thing we can do as drivers is, maybe the shippers and receivers can implement that when we get to the like when we get to the distribution center or the receiver. How about once we cut our seal, we just put the paperwork in the back of the trailer. They can get the paperwork off the back of the trailer, and then when we get ready to go, they just put the paperwork back in the back of the trailer, and we can leave, and we don't have to have no interaction with them, period. Okay. um because most of the time when you go on a shipper and receiver, they got glass, they in the office or got glass protection behind them. Every shipper that I or receiver that I've been to, they all have the hand sanitizer right there. You just walk in there. As soon as you get finished signing your paperwork, you just, put the hand sanitizer on there, get your paperwork, and go and get in your truck. But, we can start like when we have a pickup, put the pickup information in the back of the trailer. They can get it. They can load the truck. We close it up and we're gone. Okay. That could be a procedure. But throughout my day, I'm not really seeing that I'm coming into interacting with a lot of people. So we kind of stay to ourselves. We are loners out here anyway. We don't interact too much. So unless we're going to get something to eat. Also a suggestion as well, I took my shower today, and I really noticed that the truck stop that I was at, I mean, they had like real late extra cleaning supplies and all that kind of stuff. And, just to be thankful for people that are cleaning our restrooms and keeping us safe and stuff. Leave them a little extra something in the bathroom, just a couple of dollars, letting them just to be appreciative of the hard work that they're doing as well, so we could continue to take our showers and be clean and all that kind of stuff. But as far as I'm concerned, there's not that much exposure. Like today, I got out and got something to eat. Took my shower. I did it all at one time. Took my shower, got something to eat, and also fueled up, got back in the truck, drove my 10 hours or whatever the case may be, and that was it. But no matter if they let the hours of service, suspend the hours of service or not, we all got to use our proper judgment, and also keep documentation that you did get some rest and how much rest you did get, because if you have an accident, you don't want to get in trouble for that. Let me see. Can you send me an email? Yes, send me an email to missdivatrucker@gmail.com. But other than that, I really haven't noticed a difference. The difference that I did do is stop looking at the darn news. But it's just a normal day. I mean, like right now I'm at a rest area, so it's just like a normal day. I don't know what's going on with y'all out there in the world, if y'all continuing to panic and all that kind of stuff, but there's no need for it. It really isn't. There's no need to panic. So this time when the food and all that kind of stuff come back, just take what you need. Don't take everything. Just take what you need, okay? Other than that, what else I got for you? But I'm going up here to Pennsylvania. Let me see if I can answer any of your questions that you... At the Walmart distribution center, they gave me a buzzer. Who knows if it has... Just wipe it off. Take something and wipe it off, and give it back to them. But, maybe they can... You need help getting started. The only thing, let me see. The only thing that you need to do, like people call me all the time about how to get started in the trucking industry, what they need to do. The the first thing that you need to do is get your permit. Okay, if you're serious about getting out here, whatever the case may be, the first thing that you need to do is get your CDL permit so you can go to school. Not all schools require you to have a permit, but it's easier for you to have it before you go, instead of trying to get it while you're in school. Another thing is, once you get your permit, you're ready to go. So classes every Monday, like I tell y'all, it's every week. We get your bus ticket, we get your hotel stay. You will be staying in a room with another person when you get there. The first thing, you're going to take your physical. If you have not already done so, I would advise for you to take a physical before you leave. If you're going to Swift, they require you to have your permit and your DOT physicals before you go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no need to talk about. I mean, ain't nothing really going on. We're keeping our hands clean. We're doing what we gotta do, and we're working. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Everything is normal at the truck stops, and we just picking up our loads and all that kind of stuff. But hopefully, we'll see some kind of increase of rates, maybe. Um, because they need to replace these things as soon as possible. I do know that, like, medical supplies and things like that, that's going to be an increase. They are going to be looking at teams, looking for teams to move loads. And, what I would do is, if I got a load, one of those FMCSA loads, and I was a team and it was picking up in Indiana, deliver down to Laredo, I will get me something going out of there and get me right back up there, somewhere right back up there. I mean, a team can get that load down there in a day. So, if you can get a load back up, maybe close to that area, and just pick it up again and just keep running it until they no longer need it. But if that's going to be the biggest thing right now, it's going to be medical supplies and things like that. I don't think, toilet tissue is going to keep just, running out like that. I mean, hopefully everybody has gotten their sense by now, and realize that, all that toilet tissue is not going to help you. And when it does get replaced and all the food and all that kind of stuff, things should go back to normal. I mean, because eventually y'all gonna start running out of money if y'all ain't working, okay? But I haven't heard anything else about us being, like quarantined, whatever the case may be. Nothing. We just business as usual. That's it. Business as usual. What else? But after you get your permit, I got a brand new bottle of little hand sanitizer. Thank God I got this at Bed Bath and Beyond when it was all on sale. It was like 10 for $5 or so. It was like 50 cents a piece. But if you plan on going to school at least on Monday, I mean every Monday, right? Most of the schools ask you to sign a contract for 12 months, so you don't have to pay that money back. If you do leave before the 12 months is over with, you will need to make arrangements so you can make payment arrangements, or try to find the next company that you go to that will take you, that will do tuition reimbursement, so you don't have to worry about paying all that money back. After that, you go out. You don't get paid until you get on a truck with a trainer. Okay. Any money that you receive, thank you, Timothy. Any money that you receive, Valley TV, ever heard of either Greyhound or Amtrak? Any money that you receive before you get your license, that is a loan. Okay. They're just not handing you free money. You want to ask the question of, how long am I going to be in training? Some schools are longer than others, and you want to make sure that you could be gone that period of time. Usually the process that takes from start to finish, if you don't have any hang ups, it's going to be about 2 months. Okay, it's going to take you 3 weeks to get your license. You're going to be out on the truck with a trainer for another 4 weeks, so it's going to be about 2 months. So you need to let people know that you're going to be gone that period of time. um, and you won't be back home for that time. You usually get your break after you upgrade, so you could go home and get all your stuff for your truck. You need to ask, is it a company that you're going to have to require to team? Okay, if you're not a person that want to get on a truck with a total stranger for the rest of the year that you're there or the time that you're at that company, you need to ask them that. You need to ask them, do they have an automatic restriction? Training pay usually is about $550 a week before taxes. So you do get paid while you're in training. After that, most companies will start you at 38 cents a mile. Most companies will start you at 38 cents a mile. And if you're not running like a team operation, after you've been there for a couple of months, you may get a raise. But then after that, you're running solo. I would recommend that you run OTR for your first year. And then after that, if you want to maybe do regional, dedicated, and start cutting back. A lot of things that I'm seeing with people is that, let me see, Trump says domestic travel restrictions is under consideration. That may be so for as far as automobiles and things like that. I know that the traffic was not bad today, and it's probably because it's a Saturday and maybe people at home or whatever the case may be. But if so, I don't see, the truck stopping. Okay, I don't see us, slowing down or stopping. I think we will still be on the YouTube, Tim. I think we will still be out on the highway. Another thing is, and I'm getting ready to go home, y'all. I'm going home on the 25th, so I'll be headed to Biloxi. And but after you upgrade to your solo truck, usually, get your feet wet, get your experience and things like that. I do let people know that you got to be in that truck for at least 3 months before I can move you to another company. You got to be a solo driver for 3 months before I can move you to another company without you going through training again, okay? If you do leave that company before your 3 months of being a solo driver, you're going to have to repeat training all over again, okay? A lot of companies will make you take a refresher. If you just went and got your license and you didn't go out for your training and it's been so many days, they may require you to take a refresher, okay? Now, what I am seeing is that people are wanting to go local right away after they get through training. They're calling, I want something local. How much experience you got? 2 months, 3 months, whatever the case may be. Those are going to be kind of difficult, okay, for you to go local right after you got out of training, okay? Some people may think local is easier than OTR, but it's not. It's not easier than OTR. It's a lot of stops, and you're in the streets and all that kind of stuff, and you really need to know what you're doing when you go local. So a lot of companies won't take you right out of school or right out of training to do local unless you go with like a mega carrier, such as Swift or whatever the case may be. You may be able to get like on a dedicated account, but it's local. I would say a year. You need to do a year OTR before you're looking at local. So what you can do though, is after you get your training, and some companies like Swift, for example, will let you get on a dedicated account. I mean, you don't want a 3-month driver in Chicago trying to do local. That ain't gonna be cute at all, okay? But I tell people that it's not impossible, because there's always somebody that will take you, but it's just very difficult. What I would do if I was you, I would run OTR, get that experience, do your winter driving, get familiar with the mountains and all that kind of stuff, and just get your experience down. After you do your year, if you want to cut back and do like regional is like if you do the Northeast region, the Southeast region. Then if you have an experience like that, I can get you on something that will get you home weekly. Okay, so you're not out doing 48. At least you're getting some. What I usually try to do is get you some more home time and get you some more pay after your year. Okay, the plan after your first year is to get you a little bit more home time so you can get home some more, and also to get you a little bit more pay. Okay, after a year, I don't think you should be on 38 cents a mile. I think you should be making more than that. Okay, after a year, you should be at least making over $1,000 a week if possible. They do have dedicated, does not mean that you're OTR. Dedicated just means that you work for one customer. Like Walmart is a dedicated account. Kraft is a dedicated account. Hershey is a dedicated account. Now, if you live in places where you have a warehouse, you may be able to get local because they do have drivers that go home every day at the warehouses. Like if you live in Palmyra or somewhere close to that, you can get a local job because it will be through CR England. Okay, because they have trucks at CR England at Hershey and Palmyra. If Walmart, you probably want to go to Swift. If you got a Walmart in your area, you will want to go to Swift. So you may be able to get home nightly or whatever the case may be. But even if you go and get a job that is local, it's still not easier, okay? Because they're going to run you local as well. They'll have you run out 250 miles. It's hot, y'all. Let me cut on this air. But y'all, you can't even cough or sneeze or nothing, because people just don't think that you got a cold or you got anything. They would just automatically assume it's a coronavirus, okay? But it's just hot in this truck. But you can get dedicated positions after you get your experience out here on the road, okay? Other than that, y'all, what else? Let me see what y'all saying. Truck driver. Let me see. You say you switched off e-log. I have my permit and getting my license. Can you help? Yeah, you got your permit, you getting your license. Yeah, just get your school. Go get your license. If you don't want to go to school, you can go to. I'm gonna try to have a lady that owns a CDL school, because she will let you make a payment plan. She and her school is actually half of what her school is kind of like half of what the mega companies charge. So she has special programs that she can help you with, but she's in Texas. So if there's some reason, and then she don't have a problem with felons. So if you have a felony or whatever the case may be, and you can't get in a regular school, you can go to her for half the price, right? And still get your CDL. But other than that, y'all, it's been 24 minutes. Ripley, you have something that you want to say? You want to say hello? No? You don't have anything? It is what it is. But other than that, y'all, peace, love, joy, and happiness. But I just wanted to come. The only news that I heard today was about the HOS, the hours of service being suspended. for the essential staff, essential people that was moving products and stuff like that. And basically that's it. But today is a normal Saturday, business as usual. My trips, I gotta send in my trips because my trips is like this thick. Okay, I am running on recaps. Let me see. But I'm just using my regular time. I'm not going over no hours. I don't see no rush into get what I need to get there. So I'm just doing my regular shift and I'm going to bed. And I'll get it there in the morning. I'll get to Hazelton in the morning, not in the morning, but I'll get there tomorrow afternoon. And then hopefully Monday I'll get another load out and I'll just be running until it's time for me to go home. Okay. But I just want to come and say hello, peace, love, joy. I'm getting ready to go to bed, y'all, because I got to get up early in the morning. And I love working at 6 o'clock in the morning so you could get off at 6 in the evening and I could work. I got to get ready to do applications tomorrow because tomorrow is Sunday to get everybody ready for Monday. Other than that, y'all, peace, love, joy, and happiness. And y'all have a wonderful, 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 blessed night.